Okay, good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to tackle about the Earth's atmosphere under interaction in the atmosphere and the greenhouse effect. For learning competency, discuss how energy from the sun interacts with the layers of the atmosphere. Learning objectives, identify the layers of the Earth's atmosphere. Number 2, describe each layer of the Earth's atmosphere. For the key questions, how does the sun interact with the atmosphere? Number 2, how do weather systems affect people? And number 3, how do human activities affect the Earth's atmosphere? So those were the questions we are going to answer in this lesson. So our country is constantly visited by tropical cyclones. In recent years, tropical cyclones such as Tropical Storm Ondoy and Super Typhoon Yolanda have claimed countless lives and have had long-lasting impact on the lives of many people. In order to mitigate the negative effects of tropical cyclones, it is important to understand tropical cyclones as well as other atmospheric phenomena and how they can affect our lives. This will help us be better prepared for them, thus minimizing loss of life and property. You have learned about the type of weather, the effects of weather changes on our daily lives, the different weather disturbances in the weather patterns in the Philippines. In this chapter, you will understand what causes weather and weather-related phenomena in the Philippines. Okay, the Earth's atmosphere, as you can see in this figure, so the envelope of air surrounding the Earth is the atmosphere. Air is a mixture of gases. It consists of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.93% argon, and 0.04% carbon dioxide, and traces of other gases. Air also contains variable amounts of water vapor. Water vapor is an important component of the atmosphere. Without it, rainfall would not be possible. When water on the grounds evaporates, it mixes with air in the atmosphere. Water vapor then condenses and forms clouds. Rain, dew, frost, snow, sleet, hail, or fog. Water vapor also regulates air temperature by allowing sunlight to reach Earth and prevent radiation from escaping to space. Okay, the atmosphere is divided into several layers based on varying temperatures. From the lowest layer moving upward, these layers are the troposphere, sa pinakababa po troposphere, followed by stratosphere, mesosphere, and thermosphere. The atmosphere gets less dense, that is, the amount of gases gradually decreases as one moves away from the Earth's surface. So habang tumataas pala po, habang lumalayo ang atmosphere sa Earth, numinipis siya. So kumbaga ay naging less dense. The amount of gases gradually decreases. So meaning, ang mataas ang density is itong nasa baba, itong nasa troposphere. The troposphere is the lowermost layer and it has the densest air. It is also known as the weather sphere because the formation of clouds and precipitation occurs in this layer. The temperature in the troposphere decreases as altitude increases, but it stops decreasing at the tropopause or the boundary between the troposphere and the stratosphere. About half of the mass of the entire atmosphere is in the lower part of the troposphere. So habang tumataas po, kung nakakapansin niyo dito sa graph, sa troposphere, habang tumataas, bumababa ang temperature. Kaya tatanungin natin, yung matataas ang lugar within the troposphere ay mas malamig ang temperature nila. Kasi nga, as altitude increases in troposphere, the temperature decreases. So habang tumataas, mula sa ground, lumalayo sa ground ay lumalamig. Yan po ay sa troposphere. Okay, the next layer of the atmosphere is the stratosphere. In this layer, the temperature increases. Ayan, nakita nyo dito sa graph. It increases. Ayun, mula sa tropopause, within that stratosphere, habang tumataas po, umiinit. So temperature in the lower stratosphere increases slowly but increases rapidly in the upper layer. This difference is due to the high concentration of ozone gas in the lower stratosphere. Or ozone absorbs UV or ultraviolet rays from the sun and infrared radiation from Earth's surface hitting the stratosphere. The high temperature also impedes the formation of clouds, making the stratosphere ideal for flight due to good visibility and low air turbulence. Since the air is thin, there is a little resistance to the forward movement of airplanes. So less fuel is consumed. The boundary between the stratosphere and the next layer is called the stratopause. Okay, the next one, the third layer is the mesosphere. In this layer, the temperature decreases as altitude increases. In the mesosphere, the average temperature reaches or negative 90 degrees Celsius as it does not absorb solar radiation, making it the coldest layer. Most meteors burn up as they enter the mesosphere. The boundary between the mesosphere and the next layer is the mesopause. So kung titingnan natin, balikan natin, sa troposphere habang tumataas, lumalamig. Sa stratosphere habang tumataas, umiinit. Sa mesosphere, habang tumataas, lumalamig. And itong layer na ito ang pinakamalamig na layer sa atmosphere, ang mesosphere. Beyond the mesopause is the thermosphere. Unlike the other layers, the thermosphere has no well-defined upper limit. In this layer, the gas particles move rapidly due to solar radiation. They absorb. This causes the temperature to increase with altitude. So habang tumataas, umiinit ang thermosphere. So the thermosphere is comprised with highly ionized or electrically charged gases. The ions are heated by a steady flow of energetic solar and cosmic radiation, which in some areas is seen as a glow in the sky. These colorful displays are known as aurora borealis or the northern lights, and the aurora australis or the southern lights. So ito po ang itsura niya. Yan, yung tinatawag na aurora borealis and aurora australis. Nangyayari po yan doon sa thermosphere. At ang thermosphere po ang pinakamainit sa lahat ng layer. Kung titingnan po natin itong troposphere, mula dito hanggang negative, almost negative 60. Stratosphere umabot ng, ayan, umiinit. And then mesosphere, mas mataas, negative, almost negative 90. Pero yung thermosphere po, umabot ng, sa init niya, tumataas pa dito. So, pwede pa siyang, actually, may kasunod pa itong tinatawag na exosphere, pero sa consideration, 4 na layer lang. So, wala kasing pinaka-boundary, limit boundary itong thermosphere. Sa iba naman, ang sabi, mayroong tinatawag na exosphere or the outermost next to the thermosphere. Okay, for mini test, what are the layers of the Earth's atmosphere? Okay, we have 4. The layers of the Earth's atmosphere are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and thermosphere. Number 2, what makes the atmosphere important to life on Earth? So the atmosphere is important because it contains gases that enable life on Earth to exist. So how does temperature vary in each layer of the atmosphere? So in the troposphere, the temperature decreases as altitude increases. In the stratosphere, temperature increases with altitude. In mesosphere, temperature decreases as altitude increases. In the thermosphere, temperature increases with altitude. Kung titignan natin, alternate yung pagkakaparehas in terms of temperature. Yung nauna at yung pangatlo, same. Habang tumataas, lumalamig. Yung pangalawa, which are at yung pang-apat, yung stratosphere saka yung thermosphere, yun yung habang tumataas naman ay umiinit. Number 4, how does the solar radiation absorbed by the particles of gases in the thermosphere cause air temperature to increase with altitude? So the solar radiation that the particles have absorbed causes the particles to move quickly. This causes the temperature to increase with altitude. And number 5, what is the effect of the absorption of solar and cosmic radiation on the gases in the atmosphere? So the ions are heated by a steady flow of energetic solar and cosmic radiation, which can be observed in some areas as a glow in the sky. The colorful display are known as aurora borealis or the northern lights, and then the aurora australis or the southern light. So greenhouse effect, its role in warming the atmosphere. How does the energy from the sun interact with the atmosphere? So the sun is the primary source of energy on Earth. The sun's energy mostly passes through the atmosphere and affects the Earth's surface. It affects the weather, ocean currents, seasons, and climates. It makes life on Earth possible by creating a favorable environment, or in terms of the right amount of temperature. Interaction between the sun and the Earth's atmosphere happens as Earth receives solar energy. Incoming solar radiation may be reflected back into space or reach the Earth's surface. The solar radiation that reaches the Earth's surface is mostly absorbed by bodies of water. The absorbed radiation does not stay long on the Earth's surface. It is released back into the air as infrared radiation and detected as heat. So direct solar radiation is not the main cause of the heating of the atmosphere. It is due to the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect occurs when the energy from the sun is received and re-radiated by the Earth's surface. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and water vapor in the air absorb this radiated energy from the ground. So kapag nakapasok po yung kapag tumama yung sun, the light rays coming from the sun, some are reflected back to the outer space, but majority are being absorbed by the atmosphere. And kapag nakarating ng Earth's surface, nagkakaroon ng re-radiation. Pabalik-balik yung radiation doon sa Earth's surface due to the existence of the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and water vapor. So the greenhouse effect is the absorption of radiation from the Earth's surface by greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, causing the Earth's atmosphere to become warm. So greenhouse gases may be formed naturally or produced by human activities. The natural sources of carbon dioxide are the decomposition of organic matter, respiration of humans and animals, warming of ocean, and volcanic eruptions. Underground magma also releases carbon dioxide through vents, porous rocks, and soils. Carbon dioxide is also released from ocean circulation patterns. Human activities such as burning of fossil fuels, clearing forests, and producing cement also generate carbon dioxide. They become part of our atmosphere. So, ayan yung mga sample po ng mga greenhouse gases. We have carbon dioxide, methane, we have the chlorofluorocarbon or the CFC, and then the nitrous oxide. The greenhouse effect is an important natural phenomenon that enables life. It keeps the Earth's surface at just the right temperature. However, too much greenhouse gases in the atmosphere causes global warming or the increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere. Global warming causes the polar ice caps to melt, ocean levels to rise, and extreme weather events and droughts to occur more frequently. So, although maganda po yung greenhouse effect because it causes the Earth to gets warm, kaya lang kapag nasubrahan po yung greenhouse gases, susubrahan naman po yung temperature. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na global warming. So, the effect of global warming, matutunaw yung mga ice caps sa North Pole. Ano po?